Hi, my name is Haik. I'm an attorney in New Iberia, Louisiana. I'm a partner in the law firm of Haik, Menville, Grubbs, and Dowell. So with that, I've been given a list of questions that I'll try my best to answer to be beneficial to you guys who may be thinking about becoming lawyers. So the first question is, how much training or schooling is needed for this job? Well, first and foremost, you got to get your high school diploma, obviously. And then you need to go to a four-year accredited university and get your undergraduate's degree. There's no requirements as to what type of undergraduate degree you would need, which is a bonus because you could have an undergraduate degree in political science or some other biology for that matter, and then decide to go to law school. In order to get into law school, you have to take a pre-admittance exam called the LSAT. And then once you take the LSAT, if your scores and your GPA are sufficient enough, you can apply to law schools across the country. I went to law school in Louisiana. I graduated law school in 2002 from Southern University Law Center in Baton Rouge. Once you graduate from law school, there's no additional training that is needed, except on a yearly basis. You have to obtain 12 and a half hours of additional credits for educational purposes as required by the Louisiana Bar Association. What high school classes could I take to prepare me for this occupation? It's a good question. In hindsight, I think courses such as English, reading, writing, more importantly, maybe extracurricular activities such as speech and debate. I say those things because a big part of what we do is public speaking, being comfortable with yourself, having confidence to go in front of people, in front of juries, in front of judges, in front of your clients with confidence to be able to argue the points that need to be made. So in hindsight, I think those are some of the things in high school that you can do to begin to prepare yourself if you believe that you want to become an attorney down the road. The job market for this occupation, I think the job market is a really good job market, I would say, for lawyers. The thing that attracted me to becoming a lawyer, not to mention my father and my brother were lawyers, but one of the things that attracted me was the legal degree, or the law degree, I should say, provides a lot of diversity. So there's a number of avenues that you can go into after you've obtained your law degree. You don't have to become an attorney such as myself who practices law and handles cases on a daily basis. There's so many avenues such as corporate law, tax law, sports management, sports agents, healthcare law, you name it. There's aviation law, oil and gas. So there's so many areas that you could try to focus in on once you get your law degree. So that creates a larger market for an attorney, whether you practice law or not. It's a great degree that gives you a lot of diversity in what you can do with it once you obtain it. What is the starting salary for this occupation? That's a little bit difficult to answer because there's so many different avenues that you can go into once you get your law degree. For myself, I went from law school and began clerking for a local judge in the 16th Judicial District, which is Iberia, St. Martin, and St. Mary. I clerked as a law clerk for the Honorable Paul J. DeMaye. There was a starting salary at that position, which was not real significant, but for me as a young man who is recently married, it was plenty enough. And I think with any career, you have to start somewhere and begin to work your way up. So there's really no set parameters as far as salary. It just, again, depends on which avenue you take and where you go to work once you get your degree. The best part about it is that they can never take away the credentials behind your name. And so those credentials will give you some validity once you get into the job market. What personality traits are needed for this occupation? I don't know what personality traits are needed. I can only tell you what I deal with and see on a daily basis. A lot of it is time management, being fast on your toes, being able to talk to people, and more importantly, listen to your clients. I practice in the personal injury realm, which means people come to me when they've had problems or been in accidents and need help trying to put the pieces of their life back together. And a big part of what I do is sitting down with clients, consulting them, listening to their problems, and then coming up with solutions. So for me, a big part of what we do is working with the public and helping people with their legal needs. How much interaction do you have with the public? Well, that kind of spurs into the question that I just answered, in that as a sole practitioner in a local law firm, we deal with the public on a daily basis. There's a number of attorneys in our firm. We each kind of handle things a little bit differently. Some of the lawyers in the office handle family law matters, so they're meeting with clients over custody disputes, divorces, visitation rights, those types of things. I handle a lot of personal injury cases, so I'm meeting with clients on a daily basis concerning their accident-related cases, and along with the other attorneys in my office. So we deal with the general public, and that's exactly how we like it. We love to help people with their problems. What is the time demand for this occupation? It's the law is a jealous mistress, is what someone always told me, and that is exactly correct. Meaning there's always work to be done. You can put in a 40-hour week or you can put in an 80-hour week. It really just depends how much work you want to put in and what you have going on. In order to prepare for a jury trial or trials that are coming down the pipe on our calendars, it requires a lot of preparation and a lot of time. And so we're here a good bit working on our files. The day in the life, or the typical day in the life of Eric Haik at Haik Minville Grubbs in Dalbor. Well, first starts off with a lot of coffee. We get here early. We like to get settled in and begin working on our cases that are posing issues or have deadlines within the week or 2 weeks that we're dealing with. Daily life as an attorney is very, there's no set pattern. It's up and down. The day presents new issues, new calls, new client problems. So there's no typical day, which makes it fun. That's one of the things we love about this job, is that you never know what you're gonna get till you get here. And then with that, I would say there's nothing that you can't accomplish. You know, if you're not at the head of your class, if you don't make good grades, don't let that discourage you. I can tell you from my experience that I was not the person at the top of the class. I did not make great grades, but I worked hard academically to achieve my goals. And I think hopefully this video can encourage someone, can help you inspire to become an attorney, or to get involved in looking at what type of graduate degree will help you. I'm a firm believer in that education is a great tool that no one can ever take away from you. And the more credentials you get behind the name, the more success will come your way. So thank you and good luck to you all.